Great show. What did we call it?
That was fun. Oh, yeah, there's that thing.
Showbot.tv.
Facebook emoticon. Emotion.
Uber keys lifted.
Uber keys lifted.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Tom believes in voodoo.
Believes in voodoo. Got it.
I wish Macaulay Culkin could come in there, because now I will always think of that when I see the view.
Facebook emoticon. Oh, this.
Yeah.
Which emoji means like? The thumb, obviously. Reactions to reactions is actually perfectly descriptive of the show itself. Jenny, which one do you like?
I like the one with the, I don't know, face.
Facebook emoticon. That one?
I just think that face should be the title.
Will that work?
That's going to screw up Overcast.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Since me sneezing in the vicinity of my encoder seems to screw up Overcast these days.
I think you guys were unnecessarily harsh on these things. I'm super excited to have that because Facebook is basically the only way I communicate with humans anymore that's not this show. And I would absolutely love to have a wider range of emotions without having to carefully craft a comment for every single thing. Because sometimes a comment isn't appropriate. It's
yeah, I just kind of leaped past that. I kind of assumed that in the discussion, but it would have been good to make that point. Because I went past that. I was like, okay, it's great to have the emotions. Are these the right ones?
And how's it gonna work? How's it gonna affect how we talk to each other?
I know, but we're talking about a company that has only given us a thumbs up for X number of years, more than a decade now, and I'm very excited that they have caught up to all the ranges in the middle, and that cannot be overstated, and the way that it's going to affect the dynamic cannot be overstated.
You know, it reminds me of, Jenny, when my kids were little, my friend Diana and I used to get into arguments about when we'd throw a party for one of the kids, what we would have, like, what drinks do you have? And my answer was water. Because if you make it Coke, well, I need to have Diet Coke. You make it Coke, you got to have, now you got to have 7-Up because you can't have it with caffeine. Well, can we have lemonade? What about ginger ale? No, you're getting water.
But Facebook has these amazing deals with artists, right? That artists come in and design art at the Facebook headquarters. So they have like an endless possibility to launch into Stickerville in a really classy way that also actually helps actual artists. So,
I'm going with Beatmaster's headline.
That should be exciting. What? Sorry.
I'm going with Beatmaster's headline.
Facebook's
Facebook's Emojional status. It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's good to be king.
But all of that said, Jenny, are these the right ones? And
they're excellently well researched starts.
Yeah, and that's why they're testing them, right? To find out.
Yeah.
But if you had to guess,
My only thing
is there one that you wish was in there? Is there one that you don't like? That's what I'm curious about.
No, I looked at those pretty carefully, and they seem to express, like, I would have settled for just, I feel empathy for you, and that's sort of what that, like, that shock one is. And that's all I want. It's like I want just a wider way to silently add my voice to, hey, did your car radio get stolen? That sucks. Without having to take the time to write, hey, did your car radio get stolen? That sucks. So
see, if you here's where it gets interesting though. That shock one to me is one I would rarely ever use. That doesn't signal empathy to me at all. That signals some kind of possibly misinterpreted reaction. It could be wow. It could be I'm offended by you.
Yeah, I immediately thought.
So what you're saying is because of the subjectivity of the receipt of emotion from person to person that these are going to cause a huge stink fit on Facebook?
No, I'm not going that far. I'm just saying I wonder if they still. I wonder how much fine tuning they're going to need, or if these are the ones. And I still do think it's risky to put any kind of negative emotion out there because people will start to use it.
But Jenny, the three of us just had a completely different reaction to one thing. But the way you described that, I would have never thought to put the Macaulay Culkin face on. I would have done the sad face. on your
Right.
radio got stolen.
Which
I
still
think that
works.
that's the interpretive dance of emotional, people know me. People who are my friends on Facebook know me. And so they add in that face plus my general personality that they know me. I mean, Facebook is the last place that I have left to connect with people at scale who know me. And so I love the idea that I can just put a thing and they can interpret in their mind the Jenny Josephson of Christmas past, how she would react to that. And that's helpful to me.
Wait, you say open to interpret, or like interpret. So you want people to know how you genuinely feel, or do you want people to kind of...
No, I want a fast way to say, oh, bummer, without having to write, oh, bummer.
Right.
All you have to really do is allow you just to insert image macros and everything.
I want stickers.
No, that's harder though. No, Facebook said like people shouldn't have to go through a lot of work to express their support for someone, and like doesn't always work.
There are differences. Sometimes you're the leader of the pack on a Facebook comment page, and sometimes you're just the pack. And if you're just the pack, you might just want to add numerical support to how that person is feeling without getting into it, because maybe you're not in the closest friend circle, right? Maybe you're an outer ring, but you want to be stood up and counted in the empathy parade, as opposed to if you're really someone's super close friend, you might do something on Facebook, but you're probably going to call. So I guess it's something to like help you communicate better with these.
Wait, call. What
I
is
know.
that?
It's this thing where you take your smartphone that gives you data,
Uh-huh.
and you actually, there's a function on it that allows you to press in numbers and then talk to a real human.
Whoa, I don't want to do that.
Okay, so that's what the stickers are for.
Okay, I get it now. Yeah.
I think, Jenny, that the assumptions that you're making about how people know you will then react to you, that starts to degrade over time after we start to not know each other at all, that we only know each other through that. Does that make sense? As we get these smaller and smaller worlds, where a few years ago...
No, that's when I hard drop people from Facebook. If they misinterpret me, then we've reached the point where we're probably no longer friends, and it's bam, you're off.
And there should be an emoji to let them know they're hard dropped, not just dropped.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a danger that if you add too many, though,
Yeah.
there's a definite creep.
Roger, do you think this is the right amount?
I don't know.
Says Tom, continuing to ask the same question over and over to everyone.
I've often said if you really have to think about what you're going to use to express, I don't know, it might be too many. I think it should be down to like 3.
This is why you only give them water.
You know what? I would give them water, and then I would lay out a bunch of instant packets.
But like didn't work. Like didn't work because I got my car stereo stolen. You don't want to say, "Oh, I like,"
Right.
but you still want that quick way to express, like a pat on the back, right? Instead of having to say "pat on the back" or "oh, sorry." Yeah, I think Jenny's definitely right that there is a niche to be served there, where writing like "oh man" is no worse or better than a little sadness emoji, right?
I think writing in something like that case would actually mean more.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Like if I write colon parentheses, that means more than an emoji with a sad face.
No. I mean, like if you wrote, it's like, oh, dude, that I heard about, that sucks. Like,
well, you just added more words than I was talking about.
Well, you said "aw man." "Aw man" means more than a sad face.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't really think that you're trying to condense all these emotions into simple, easy selectable faces, and I don't think necessarily that is the ideal way to go about it.
Well, look, I'm not going to claim to understand your human emotions.
Here, wait.
But I think there is a proper slot that is appropriately occupied between like and aw man.
Yeah.
That the emojis
And
are good for.
You know what? The final barrier there, or the final option there, is actually Facebook Messenger for people that use it. because if you put that like there, or if you put a comment there, and then you feel like you haven't done enough, but you don't want to invade someone's life with a presumptory phone call, you can actually just write them on Facebook Messenger and say, look, and write a longer paragraph, but it's private and it's not adding in all the other I's and whatever.
Well, I mean, like, how many people really go? I mean, do you get a post where you get like 50 plus, comments on it? Because I generally don't. I get like maybe max out at 20.
Right, but you don't have any friends.
But what I'm saying is that, I mean,
you're like me.
Well, you don't even use Facebook, and if you do, it's barely like a token amount.
No more. So Steve had an interesting question. He said, a lot of times you look back and you say, hey, I know that was a good post because I got 40 likes on it. Are you now going to think, yeah, I got 12 likes, but 3 angries, 2 Macaulay Culkins, and a sad face?
Gives you more data.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the more data part.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. What will it tell you? You usually get a little thing telling you have 40 likes.
It's a dangerous thing. I'm telling you right now, it's a dangerous thing. It will tear society apart. You'll see it on TMZ in 2 years. Oh, look, blah, 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 Chris Brown, he got a bunch of sad faces of Macaulay Culkin after he tweeted about his stolen SUV or something. I don't know. It's gonna tear society apart.
Why does that have to be Chris Brown?
It's gonna tear society apart. I'm telling you.
Where's the prediction show when you need it?
I guarantee you, this will be the worst thing since instant messaging.
I'm on Team Roger today.
No, I honestly think there's going to be a lot of misinterpretation. I don't know. The whole thing seems like it's ripe for misinterpretation.
But that is why I think it was really smart for them to do limited tests like this to limit the amount of misinterpretation.
In Ireland and Spain.
Yeah.
2 countries not known for emotional.
I know.
You're like, why?
Or mild mood swings due to chemical influence.
Yeah, they
Hold on. Hold on.
Now.
You don't get to say that, Chang.
I want to see them do it in Italy, where everybody's always yelling at each other and stuff.
Ireland and Spain are not sedate people.
I didn't say they were.
I think that I wish that they were testing it in small, randomized pockets in lots of countries.
Well, that's Ireland.
And did they include Northern Ireland? Was it just the Republic of Ireland? Did they say?
That's a good question. I got this sense it was just the Republic of Ireland, not Northern Ireland.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a sort of a level of cultural bias since it's being tested into.
No, well, that's what they want. They want the cultural bias to be limited, right? Instead of testing it across regions, they're like, we want to test it in one country where we can control the cultural bias and see how it goes. You know what I mean? Rather than being like, well, it could be cultural bias, but we have 7 different cultures participating, so we're not sure how that really works.
So, I don't know.
All right, Jenny, I want you in. Which emoticon would you pick to describe your reaction to this conversation?
Still, I want this one.
I know. I really want that one too.
For radio listeners, that was the guy with the face and the hands like, I don't know.
I don't know.
The ambivalent.
That's basically the one that I want to wear on like a little Etsy-made necklace. That's what I want. I want the emoticon shrug guy on a necklace so I could just point to it and be like, yeah, this is me all the time.
What they need to do, I don't know. I was thinking a good marketing opportunity. It's like if you were launching a new movie, you could have like star base or like whatever stars are in the movie.
Let's see if Etsy really has that.
The what?
Let's see if Etsy has shrug emoticon.
Is that something you would get off Etsy?
Yeah, they have it embroidered. They have it on a not into giving a shush one, but they don't have a necklace. I think that's a lost opportunity.
I just thought of some. Aren't there emoticons anyway that, like on your keyboard, you could be typing that?
You mean turning our written language into a pictogram language?
Yes. Yeah.
Back to the clay tablets and chisel for you.
Right. Let's see if Amazon has on Handmade has it. But you're right, I can't search.
Kim from Chicago says, for once, a picture is not worth 1,000 words. We wasted more than 1,000 here. Oh, animated emoji. That's what we need.
So a GIF. You know what's going to happen is people are going to record things and just post it, and it'll just be my face saying, "I'm sorry to hear about your stolen car. Good luck next time."
It'll be Apple's live photos of Jenny going.
Yeah, that would be fun, actually.
By the way, I screwed up the publishing.
Oh.
So if you accidentally get yesterday's show listed as today's show, that's why.
Oh.
It was up for 20 seconds.
Mere seconds.
But that's enough, apparently, for some people for it to hit some RSS readers. So.
How did you not say a non-Girl Scout safe word when that happens? That's my process.
I hate cookies. That's not Girl Scout safe?
Oh, you're so bad, Tom.
Thin Mints suck? Ooh.
You're stopping making sense altogether at this point.
I refuse to sell tagalongs. Is that...
I used to love Girl Scout cookies.
You don't anymore?
I don't know what it is, but every time I eat a box, I don't feel so good.
Really? Huh.
That's weird.
That's really odd.
I'll never forget selling Girl Scout cookies once when this woman comes up and she says, I need 2 boxes of Thin Mints, one to eat standing here and one to eat in the car on the way home.
Wow.
That's honesty. I like that lady.
Yeah.
They should just make a Thin Mint that's like a big Thin Mint, and they just pack like 3 to a box. And you just nibble on the whole disc on the way home.
And you can say you only eat one?
Yeah?
No, because then, yeah, see, that's the thing. You want the psychological feeling of like, oh, just one more. They're small.
And then you're back at the corner, giving your brown uniform wearing pusher more money for another box. I need another box.
You cut off, Chang.
Make cookies. I'm amazed that hasn't made some sort of like Girl Scout cookie food truck just rolls around.
Oh
You're
my
not old enough
God,
to
Girl
drive.
Scout cookies.
Invented America. What? That's a brilliant idea.
It's the best idea ever.
They can't drive.
Well, they have
Well, it
parents.
doesn't. The mothers drive them there to the corner anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To drive the truck.
Mothers are going to have to get Class C licenses, though.
That's a hell of an idea.
It really is.
I was
Or
gonna
what
say-
about, I know. Just put your kid on TaskRabbit.
Wait, do the Girl Scouts have a competing organization? Is there anybody like...
Boy Scouts.
Well, no.
They don't
not
meet at the end of the year to see who raised how much
No, like,
money.
is there another...
Rainbow Girls or one of those?
Yeah, right. I
Not
don't
that
know.
I know of. But
That's what they should do, is they should disrupt the marketplace.
Yes.
Oh, wait. So
Girl
Actually,
Scouts
Girl
sell you
Scouts themselves
prepackaged dry cookies. Our Scout organization sells you fresh baked chocolate chip cookies from a truck.
Hot from a truck.
Hot, fresh chocolate chip cookies.
made by real scouts. Made from real scouts. I don't
Made
know.
from-
Ew.
Ew.
Can no longer be friends with Dark Redeemer.
What?
And you know what? What would they do?
Oh, he hates Thin Mints.
Thin Mints.
I don't. That's not my favorite.
Those actually. I don't know what it is. Something about them.
They're okay.
Some sort of product, fat or cholesterol.
Tagalongs are my favorite.
What are
Still
the?
have
Is it the
some
Samoas? The coconut ones?
Samoas, I always like the first one, and then I don't want to eat any more of them.
Like you're just done. It's like
Like
okay,
if they
man.
sold them in 1-packs, I just get one Samoa. I'd probably buy it.
Are those ones with coconut?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a coconut fan.
Those are actually one of the few coconut
The
things
Boys
that I
and
can
Girls
eat.
Club. Ken from Chicago says the Boys and Girls Club.
That's absolutely true.
There you go. They should start doing
Go do
food
some
trucks.
disruption.
They'll have to call it Club BG or something, and then they'll hand out like after your like 10th order, you get a free patch that you can sew in your bag or something.
Could get confused with Team GB though, and you might have the Olympics suing you.
Could you combine Girl Scouts with an existing food truck? You know, you get
Like
you
Korean
got your
tacos or
falafel
something?
truck or Korean tacos, right?
Korean
You just
tacos
have-
with a cookie shoved in it.
Right.
Korean dessert tacos.
Or medical marijuana delivery and cookies, chocolate Girl Scout cookies.
That's a very L.A., San Francisco idea right there.
Remember, what's the ice cream one? Choco tacos?
Choco tacos, yeah.
What?
You
don't know
seen
Choco
that?
What is
tacos?
that? No.
They're like an ice cream novelty. It's like a waffle cone shaped like a taco, and then they cover the whole thing in chocolate.
Oh my
like vanilla.
God! Can you buy them in the store right now? Look at that,
I used to buy them in the store.
Steve. We need those. See, the only good thing is that my friends don't do crack, because whenever somebody says like a food or an alcohol, I have to have it immediately. I walked past a woman talking about P.F. Chang's 2 days ago, and I can't stop thinking about P.F. Chang's now.
Oh, and it's not even that great.
Tom remembers my response.
I like lettuce wraps.
We made Roger go to P.F. Chang's with us once in Oakland.
I felt so ashamed.
We thought we'd get a discount because he's named Chang.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
Didn't we try to tell him it was somebody's birthday or something? I can't remember.
I think it was some other table's birthday.
Oh, maybe that's it.
I mean, the decor was nice. I just thought the food was... And this is my complaint, and Tom knows very well that my primary complaint about restaurant food is it's too salty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I guess seasoning is just a giant box of salt next to the pot.
Oh, Klondike makes the Choco Taco.
What would you do for a Choco Taco, Roger?
I would go down to the store and pay $1 for a Choco Taco. I would not pay more than $1 because at that point I would just get a drumstick.
That would go down to the store and pay between 100 and 200 American cents.
Wait a minute, do they sell It's down there?
What's that?
No, they don't.
Oh. It's an ice cream sandwich that's made up of 2 oatmeal cookies, and then you have like vanilla or chocolate or strawberry, and then the whole thing's covered with.
Yeah,
chocolate.
I've seen them down here, but it's a very like, ooh, look, we imported It's from Northern California.
Okay, they don't have them at Ralph's, but they have them at Albertsons.
What, Choco Tacos?
Yeah.
Are you gonna actually go get one?
Uh-oh. No, the address is in Florida.
That seems far, Allison. I don't know if I'd go all the way there just for Choco Tacos.
You can always chase down an ice cream truck.
Do they sell them on the ice cream trucks?
They sell something like it. They have like their own brand. They used to have like very specific branded ice creams you could sell from an ice cream truck. And then they just started stocking up everything else that you would get in the supermarket.
Marked not for resale.
Yeah. Not for resale in an individual pack. And they sell it as an individual pack.
Mm-hmm.
I've almost fixed the audio. Apologies for the delay.
Hey, Dorothy's buying a new tool. ID3 editor for $15 is got a scriptable interface at the command line for adding ID3 tags.
Oh, nice.
So she's going to buy it and write us some stuff.
That wouldn't have saved my ass today, though. This was purely pebcac. Forgot to drag the old audio out of Audacity.
Ooh.
All right. Looks like that's done.
Did you see the fix for Levelator in El Capitan? Because it doesn't work, but there's a library file missing that probably because of sandboxing or something that you've got to move from inside Levelator.
Oh, okay, so you can make it work. See, I haven't upgraded. I never upgrade my production machines,
Ever?
except for security patches.
I did it. I upgraded yesterday.
Me too. Because nothing was working anyway.
I had a mysterious issue where my computer, like I was just like web surfing on a news site, and then everything locked up, and I couldn't do anything, and then it just bounced me back to the login screen. It's like, what? And I ran a full scan on my machine before I did it.
Oh,
Then I want to get an SSD for my MacBook.
Oh, do it today. Happy, joy.
Well, with El Capitan is like the first one that supports non-Apple
Right.
approved SSDs.
For trim.
Yes.
You could still install them, but you couldn't do trim or.
Well, despite what like Mac or OWC might say, you actually do want trim enabled because it makes it because the drive won't be as efficient in doing garbage collection.
Right, but you've got a solid. I still would have done it to go from a spinning hard drive to a solid state drive with or without it.
Well, it's also because I had one before and it crapped out on me. I think it was because of the SandForce controller, but it was just too small, and so I opted for a Seagate Momentus that had like the 8 gigs worth of SS or NAND cache on it. It's fast when it boots.
So where did you find the levelator fix? If you just search for it, is it easy to find?
I found it on a forum originally, but I think Tidbits posted it too. And Soundflower. Do you use Soundflower for anything?
Some, not much. I mean, I use Audio Hijack, which actually takes advantage of Soundflower.
Right. So Cycling 74 created Soundflower. Then they wanted to get out of that business, so they gave it to Rogue Amoeba. Rogue Amoeba's got a download page, but it's version 1.6, which does not work under El Capitan, but it's open source, so somebody else has it up on GitHub. GitHub is a signed developer, and it's version like 2.0.2, and that one you will need for it to work. I can send you the link to that. I found that out yesterday because I flipped the switch and wasn't going to be able to talk to you nicely today. Mail. Oh, alternate. That's where I put it. So here's the copy. We've got a chat somewhere, right? Where'd the chat go? Oh no, I've lost it. There it is. Chat.
So you have to move a library file. That's all. That's easy.
Yeah. Did you find it?
Yeah, actually, the first search result was Tidbits, and the second search result is your Twitter post. So.
Oh, there you go. Good. Come on. Where'd the chat go?
Okay, we're all good.
Okay, I'll email you the GitHub thing for Soundflower.
Oh yeah, if Audio Hijack still works though, right?
No, but it won't hijack your audio if your Soundflower is not working.
So wait, Audio Hijack doesn't work in El Capitan?
Audio Hijack works fine. But if you're using Audio Hijack to try to route to Soundflower, Soundflower just doesn't run. Oh, okay.
All right. But send me the GitHub thing anyway, just in case. All right. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.